Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is the Queen of Wands. Good morning everybody, and today we'll be doing a reading for Pisces, since we're entering into the month of Pisces, and this is going to be for March 2021. All right, so let's just shuffle a bit. In the bottom of the deck, I just noticed we have the Five of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. Somebody that it seems a bit like bored or something. Not much happening in life. So, yeah, but we're going to find something very exciting for sure. March, you know, is the month of the crazy ones, and I know one. My mom was born on March 1st, so no offense, but yeah, you guys have that emotional depth. You know, we got Neptune in your chart, so you represent the director, the movie maker, the master mind of, you know, somebody who has these great ideas that, you know, need to be expressed in a creative way, scripts, lyrics, everything with emotional depth, right? Movies and stuff. So you need a lot of inspiration. And you need to feed that. We all do. We all need to feed some creativity and some sort. With Temperance, ooh, so you maybe are affiliated with somebody that is a Sagittarius, or something that requires some sort of moderation, balance, or some sort of multitasking everything, bringing some balance. Maybe you're doing too much or nothing at all. Let me see. Temperance is also the card of healing. Is also the alchemist, somebody who likes to experiment and try new things. Maybe you feel like you want to just, you know, merge something and see what comes out of it. Let me think a bit deeper about this card. One foot in the water, one off the land. Yes. Maybe you want to be more daring. You want to be more expressive. You're playing too safe something. I almost see the rainbows is beautiful rainbows of life, happiness and joy. But sometimes I see this circle as an ongoing circle of not always emphasizes expansion. Or maybe it's the same circle and you feel like, you know, you got to break that. But sometimes this card is the card of absolutely ruled by Jupiter. It's the card of luck and destiny and expansion. So you got to ask yourself where you at in that phase of your life. Are you actually expanding? You feel like you're repeating the same thing and it's just... and don't take me wrong, like we all are stuck in that vicious circles of doing repetitive things because that's the cycle of life. That's what there are some things that always there you got to deal with, right? But let me check a bit more about this so we can better understand this. The Temperance is there to remind you that don't be afraid to challenge yourself and to think outside the box and be different, feel different, think differently. Everybody sticks to a certain formula, tried and true, but your formula is mixing water with wine, or whatever you're mixing, oil and water, which it doesn't, they do not blend, right? But you said, well, it blends for me and it works for me. Even separately, they're still there together, you're saying. Or you wanna try to to clarify that aspect of you, or to people who doesn't understand that. And this two opposites, you know, it can be that you can be two individuals that are completely opposite, but they have something in common, and like they say, the opposite always attracts, and you're trying to merge. Maybe there's a sense of compromising. Yes, maybe you had some completely belief system, and you had some confrontation with somebody. You're trying to amicably blend these differences and find some resolution. Yes, and compromise, and try to see things from other people's perspective. Or it can be just in life that when was the last time that you were daring? When was the last time that you tried something different that you've done before? Like it says here, like the alchemist. So look back in your life when you were young. What did you do? I'll tell you a story what I've done. Well, I've done so many things. Some I'm proud of, some I'm not very proud of. But I'm going to mention the one that I'm kind of not, well, it's not about the pride. It's just that, well, yeah, it's about courage. It's about courage with a temperance. Just the fact that you're trying to create a formula that nobody has created before, that shows that you have courage and you dare to fail, dare to try. And I've tried so many things in life, and it's not drugs. But for example, one time I was young, I was in my 20s and early 20s. And when I was young, you know, because of the certain circumstances, I always had some certain privileges. I always had some opportunities to work in some great organizations or for the government. And anyway, but also work for this big organization, was like an international organization, was about human rights and democratic rights and whatever. And there was election in Europe. And I was working for this organization, and I was assisting them. I was like an media assistant analyst, something like that. I was supposed to translate all the news, whatever was happening, like the recent news, to my boss, whatever. Anyway, I had this guy who was like my superior there, and I had to report to him. And I remember once they asked us, because the prime minister was having a speech. It was very important, and we were a few of us, like media analysts, assistant media analysts, right? So we're like 5 or 6 of them. And, you know, people are lazy. People don't want to go and I was always so daring. I was like, even things I didn't know. And my English, honestly, was like, it's not like it's the best now. And especially in translating about politics, like, and everybody was hiding. Some were really good. And actually their pride was like, they got to come to me and ask, no, I want you. Nobody would lift a finger, because some were scared. Some were too proud, and some were just lazy. They didn't want to get off the chair. They'd rather sit there and they take notes and report whatever was posted on media, on screen, right? And then when this opportunity came, my boss said, hey, I need somebody to come with me, because the prime minister and I need to report. He needed to report to his boss, right? And these were not native people, like born in that country where I'm from. Like they were from Europe, another place. And I raised my hand, and I'm like, I'll do this. So stupid, and I was so scared, but I was like, what the heck, I'm bored here. So I was so daring. And we went there, and my God, and the president was speaking, everybody was taking notes. You know, when the journalists, they give you the tag, and I was taking notes, and I was like, what the hell? And I said, okay, now I'm taking notes, because I know what he's saying, speaking in my language, but now I was also recording it, so if I had to go back and then slowly translate that, I remember I didn't know what the hell. And even though I was asking around, hey, what was about the question? You know, can I get an answer? And they would try to help me. And I was like, they would look at me funny, like, who is this person? Because I wasn't a journalist. They'd never seen me before. So what the kind of questions she's making? But I was asking other reporters. Anyway, the bottom line of this story is that when I think back at that, nobody would ever, ever dare. Not even people who are journalists would dare to go there and go with this guy, which is supposed to translate to this guy. And this guy's going to report to the big boss of this big human rights organization. And all the resources this guy's going to report to the big guy comes from me. Like, from me. But I didn't know what the hell I was talking about. And when I looked at it, I was so dumb. He even knew, like, he was making a big mistake getting me. But I was always daring, and I always had all these connections, you know. If they needed some information, I always knew who to call or how to get it. Like, I was so good at that. I had so many connections. So I was, oh, what happened to this place? Oh, let me call this guy or this girl. Like, I always had some sort of a solution to things, right? I was very practical. I had solution. So that is thinking outside the box, right? Temperance about learning, higher education, languages. Now that I'm thinking, oh my God, now it's Sagittarius. It's about long distance and foreign languages. So I knew what I knew, and I tried. Whatever I did, I mixed it up, and I got something out of it, and I got out of that situation. In the end, I got the information. I gave it to him. I don't care. Maybe it wasn't the best. He, of course, found information through the internet, more information already translated in English, but he wanted it from me, right? Anyway, but my point is that it reminds me that movie with Tom Hanks, you know, when he... and I've been thinking about that movie a lot. Not Castaway. Castaway is with a ball. Like with a ball, I've been holding this ball, and I realized, you know, how long a person is when you start holding a ball when you're sleeping. That means, you know, that means it's like the Wilson. That Castaway movie keeps coming to me. The King of Cups popped up here. Oh my God, Pisces, yeah, my buddy. So, ooh, the Hermit. Ooh, yeah. Very lonely person, solitary, 999, Ace of Cups. But I think you're very happy with yourself because, you know, you're looking back and you're thinking all those stories and you're laughing and you're like, oh my God. It makes you wise. With the Hermit, it makes you wise, and you're just, you got nothing else but to laugh at things, right? When you look back. So, the long story short, you know, you remember the good times with your friends and what happened and your failures, and you think that the great things that you have achieved. So think of that stuff. Think what you have achieved, and think, okay, where you're stuck now. Because growing up as an adult, we have to be more serious, and we have to, you know, stick to. But it doesn't mean that you have to avoid all that, but. You give up with your responsibilities. Just that, you know, it's always good to try and create something beautiful and fresh, and that excites you to some way, excites and inspires you, right? But this is that story of mine. Maybe it's not very funny, but it just, when I look back, that's very daring. And like I said, it reminds me of that movie with, was it with Tom Hanks when he... it's with the Forrest Gump. Yeah, with him. He was there meeting the president, right? He was everywhere, running. And I feel sometimes like that. I've been putting myself in circumstances that I was given these opportunities and I took them. I took them because God gave it to me. And I don't want to cry, but I'm just so happy. And I'm like, I look back and sometimes I get sad because I'm like, oh, when am I stuck in my life now? But I'm like, no, you're not stuck. You've done so much, things that people have never even tried. And I've done it. I've done it. I've been up here and I've done some great things with my life. It's just crazy and it's so fun. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. It just sometimes, it just... It just sometimes, like this message with the ball, I got this at work, and it's like, look, it's the temperance. Look, I got this at work the other day because, you know, my profession, we deal with body alignment and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, you put this under the foot and you kind of rotate it under your arch of the foot, and it kind of corrects your posture, whatever. And I kept holding this at home, and I'm like, what the hell is this? Why am I holding this ball so much? Like I felt, it's like, as sad as it is, I felt like I wasn't feeling lonely just holding this. It's like relief stress when you squeeze this, but this, you cannot, it's like a cork. You cannot squeeze it. So I'm like, and then suddenly hit me. The first word in my head popped up, it was Wilson. And I'm like, and I couldn't stop laughing because I'm like, oh my God, am I Tom Hanks? Am I that desperate? Am I that lonely? Like, really? And then sometimes when I lose this motherfucker and around the house, I cannot find it. And I'm like, am I that bad? Like, really? Like I'm losing my friend? And, but as sad as it sounds, it made me laugh. The irony of this story is, in the end, it did make me laugh because it's God sends you these messages. It makes you wise, and it makes you look back, and it makes you think, you know what, you've done some great things with your life that you can only laugh about it. You can only cry so much, but then it comes a point that you only laugh about it. You know, yeah, it just, sorry, it doesn't make sense, but this is the temperance, right? You gotta juggle whatever you juggle with your life. You gotta play, you gotta entertain yourself, you gotta, yeah, you gotta shake it up a bit. I've been hearing that song a lot. Shake it, shake, 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 from Mariah Carey, and there's another song. There's another song, I forgot about it, but it's about banging and shaking. I don't know, some... Okay, but that's the bottom line with you, Pisces, and this card popped up. It's you and you, Cancer and Scorpio, like water signs, and you need that to shake it up a bit. You got this emotional depth. You see, you're like boiling underneath. You need your waters and emotions to come to the surface, and then you calm them down. You know, maybe the king, you being a kid, you have mastered that. You are such a diplomat. So you have mastered those emotions. And you know, in the public eye and maybe around, you know when to express them, and you know when to refrain those. But when the opportunity arises and you want to be yourself and open and creative and express those feelings, then go ahead. It can be through music, it can be through many things. But you got here. You see the Four of Wands and the Three of Wands, it's all about that. But it's so hilarious. I know, long story, but yeah, this is where I'm going with this. You are such sometimes the King of Cups is is the romantic guy. You know, he can serenade you, and maybe it came a point that you are a bit more withdrawn here, looking for that spiritual purpose and spiritual calling and something. Who am I? What am I supposed to be doing in this world? And you know, analyzed. He's always searching and investigating information within, on even outside, but a little bit of, you know, he lights his path one step at a time and gathers information and he harvests all that knowledge, and yeah, he becomes the mentor of his own journey, because now over the years he harnessed the lessons that the temperance gives them, and he cherishes them, you know, with love. So whatever your story is saying here, tell it as it is, because it matters to you. People might not understand it, might not understand your story, but at least you do have a story. It might be ugly, it might be beautiful, it might be crazy, but no one has it like you do. And if you want to write a book about it, go ahead and do it, because, you know, if you got a lot to say, a lot to share to the people, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that they don't even dare to share their stories because they feel embarrassed, or they feel they got nothing to share. Many people, they know they play safe, and most of us, to a certain point, we do it because, you know, we want security, stability, and we want all that parts in life. But I know friends of mine that have got married at the age of 19, 20, and all they did was married for the next 25 years or more. And then one day when they hit 50, they're like, what the heck happened? And then they realize, okay, now I'm going to leave my husband to go live with my mom and daddy, who are like 90 years old. But that's not playing safe. You consumed all your life, sacrificing, I'm assuming, in the name of the children, which I understand. But what? For children to be 20, 25 years and still they need you to wash their underwears? Like, live your life and don't feel guilt, right? Because everybody's going to use you and find a way to make you feel guilty. And I lived my life. And when I got married, things changed. I was hoping things would change differently for the better. Anyway, I also experienced beautiful things with my ex-partner, and we have our child together, and like beautiful things. We had fun, but I was also wanted us to enjoy ourselves, see, to blend these differences and have fun with it, and not to be so serious and worry about things, right? Life, and it got too realistic, and there was no fun anymore, and that's a sad place to be, because your only person you can rely on to have fun with is your partner. Like, I want to laugh. As sad as I look in people's eyes, I'm the one who wants to laugh the most. And I miss laughing, and I laugh with myself sometimes, but I want to laugh with someone, and I don't. And the sad part is that it's hard to find someone who can really resonate, and I found someone, but it just can't happening. But when you meet people out there and you try to share laughter and they don't get you, and that's a big flag, because you don't laugh at their jokes, and they don't laugh with what you share, and that's how you know. So you laugh at your own jokes, and then you laugh at your own life. Yeah. Oh, the gentleman. Again, there we go. You Pisces. And he has a big heart. That's you guys. He could be a married man. Okay, fine. I got my period, so that's why I'm like, and the cross, fine. Fish, Pisces, oh my God. This is gathering. I think somebody's birthday is coming up here. I don't know when. The 25th, I don't know. Doesn't matter, but there is a birthday party here coming up. Celebration, you see, with friends. And well, it's you, Pisces, you know, the King of Cups. You see, I hear here the heart here. This gentleman is this gentleman here. This gentleman has a big heart. Yeah. And yeah, maybe you guys are, you know, are connected with somebody who is fun, altruistic, entertaining, and it can be a Sagittarius, yeah, married, And this is your destiny, is saying. And this can be a very... we got the mice too. So the fish and the mice. We got the children. Yes, this is the whole family package. Maybe you want all this with this person, or you already have it. And I keep thinking about this ring here. This is a very loyal person. This is a very loyal person to the family, to their life. So they find joy in bringing joy to their family and entertain them, their children. And yeah, it can be you, or you like to have, you're missing the childlike behavior maybe. Or maybe somebody from the childhood that you make you feel young again or something. Anyway, sorry, this story was a bit different, but hey, if I can get like 10 views, that's fine. So this is your main message here, and let's see the outcome for you guys, the final message for you guys for this month. So I feel your month is going to be very... I feel you guys, you played it safe for a bit, whatever your obligations, but I feel you want to, you're in that phase, you want to really bring some sort of excitement into your life, and you have the right partner to do that. So go ahead, and if you met the one, and I'm confident you have already, it's saying go and act like children and have some fun and share some laughters, and gather some friends or family or something, because it's time to celebrate, he's saying here. Maybe a new addition in your family. Maybe somebody had a child. And that's the joy. King of Cups loves the family. He's the family man. Okay. Yeah, the Six of Cups. You are looking somewhere. You're looking farther. You're looking the distance. You have found some sort of peace, and you're like, whatever was in the past, there is some sort of a closure, and you're moving forward. You're looking forward into the future. Yeah. There's, again, with the Knight of Pentacles, I keep seeing this stagnation a bit. So you're maybe that you're a bit scared. Your future is stagnant. It's a predictable situation. We're all in it, so no worries. But you always find a way to bring joy to your family, because you know, the family life and the children that you have in your life, that bring you a lot of joy, something, you know, to always to put the attention to, and to dedicate your time, and to create. But this is saying the stagnation, it comes because it takes two to tango, right? To create the skills, or whatever you master, or whatever you do with your life. It says it takes two. So yeah. Oh, the Six of Cups, another. Oh, with the Knight of Wands. Ooh, and the Knight of Cups. There is somebody from the past. Ooh, and the Knight of Swords. And the Hierophant. This is a friend. This is a wise friend that, you know, brings a lot of excitement into your life. Passion, love, excitement, mental excitement. Six of Cups represent childhood, or someone from the past. Again, we have it here. And this person brings a lot of joy to you. And It can be that they bring the best or the worst of you. It doesn't matter, but it brings excitement. And I think sometimes you miss that part of yourself. Look, we got a King of Swords here. And to me, like the King of Swords, like this is a person that he's so wise and so smart. And this person made me laugh so much. And I cannot find nobody to make me laugh again like that. And they say that the King of Swords is a very cold person, but it's not. Anyway, it's 30 minutes in, so I got to wrap this up. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope you get to see this video. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.